I gave you the.
You gave me the
Okay,
request.
yeah, they usually approve
Okay.
that.
Is there anybody else that we can get a quote from?
I don't know.
You have a package
I think we
in
think
my
about that a
office,
little
can
bit.
you come by and
Double
pick it up
check.
on your
That
way
seems
out?
ridiculous.
And then I'll
Well,
want a
yeah, it
copy
seems
of
twice
that,
as
just so
high.
I can look at
I
it.
could see it
for
being
my
10
minutes.
grand.
Okay.
Yeah, for 5,000 pump. Yeah, that seems high.
Is there anybody else that we can check with? Or are they just trying to, I mean, that seems just
I can buy that at HSC Resources.
Yeah.
See. That would be the only other one that I know.
I'd like to, that seems that
So
low.
are these the same suppliers that does the co-ops and
Double Check is the one that.
fuel stations?
Double Check is the one that pretty much does most of them around here. Now, I think this HSC Resources did the ones out here at White yesterday. I thought that was a guy from their outfit.
Well, it'd be nice to get another idea, just.
That would be
see
the
this
only
line.
other one I
Yeah.
know that
Yeah.
deals with this. I mean, it's kind of like some of the.
If you don't mind doing that, Phil,
No,
that's what.
no, I don't
But I
have.
mean, I can't believe there's not, you know, like the fuel pumps, when you say there's a difference between commercial and private, I don't, you know, the pumps out here at like White's and, I mean, they have to be calibrated, you know, very accurate. I mean, you guys just need a rough count.
So, well, they calibrate these when they first set them, but
Yeah.
it's,
I mean, you just want to make sure you're not missing 50 gallons.
Well, and then the
Fuel.
state comes in and inspects them
oh, yeah.
every once.
Yours?
No,
No.
not ours.
Yeah,
No,
theirs, yeah.
Commercial.
no, it makes no difference on ours.
When they cross those roads like that, do you have like a guideline sheet that you want them to follow as far as depth? Do you just tell them, or?
Well, that says 4 foot below, and they said they'll put it 6 foot below.
So is that below the bottom of the ditch?
If there's a ditch there, that's the way it's supposed to be, yes.
Okay.
It usually reads the depth, it will be such and such below the line of the ditch. Some of these roads are on the ditch.
Yeah.
But if you go 6 foot there and you have a 6 foot ditch.
Yeah. I would say, you know, if there's no ditch, they should
Who's
go
that? Who?
3
Shady
foot,
off.
from 4 foot from the bottom where the ditch goes.
And most of the time,
Scrape
when
it
they
with
do
the
these, they pour them.
Yeah, it's underneath Old 50, so.
Where is it?
Southwest, right, so I don't know that we'll be able to scrape it.
Oh, it's a mile north of 50.
Yeah.
I think Ty's gonna do that for you.
Really? I have no idea, I didn't
That's
know.
what I was told yesterday.
We got a bunch of lines to lay, and I didn't know which crossing this was, because I think we got 2 or 3 more coming, or 2 more coming.
So I'll make a motion, we approve the county permit number 2022-330.
A motion,
You better.
oh, second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
I abstained.
Bryce
I
abstained.
abstained.
2-0.
Yeah, I was like, what?
So are you gonna sign it?
Well, I can sign it, it passed. I think we'll have one more on Sal, on Rose Valley.
Is this, does that just basically usually follow crude oil? I mean, it's set one time a year?
No.
I mean, if oil will come back down a little bit, is it gonna come down or is it just stay high?
Well, there's a certain stock they buy that they make asphalt out of. The pin on it is a little higher. Is that correct, Bryce? Do you know? You do.
I have no idea,
Yeah.
I assume they contract a bunch of oil.
Well,
And that's the reason that they can
Because
guarantee you a price.
Yeah, and,
So I would imagine if oil would drop $40, you'd just be stuck with that price.
Yeah.
yeah, it
They'd give
is.
it back to you.
I mean, because they basically buy all their stock in oil.
Yeah.
Or try to buy a lot of it. But it is, yeah.
But I don't know how they make it. I wish I did. That'd be a good business to be in.
No kidding.
That's like printing money. Cause that's like, what would that be? $2.40 a gallon? I mean,
Yeah,
right now, I
okay.
guess
And
it's,
okay, and the residual asphalt that you get is about 2/3 of a gallon. Because it's mixed with water.
Yeah.
Emulsion is.
yeah, so if you could figure that 374 times 1.33 to account for the extra third they're taking out, that'd be like 497 a gallon. Times 42, that'd be like $208 a barrel for oil.
Yeah.
So there's 100% profit margin in there somewhere. Plus, it's not all oil, they got additives and stuff
Yeah,
beyond the water.
yeah, to make
Yeah,
sure the mix.
they're printing money,
So,
doing it.
Why don't you find out how you do that?
Yeah.
Maybe when you start.
So, Phil, you said last year's price was
be that hard.
$1.98?
With as much blow sand as.
$1.89 on the
But I mean,
CRS
those are
You'll
one
be able
H.
to
No,
make aggregate
89.
pretty easy.
And then the top one was $2.19. And we don't pay any freight because we haul our own.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
are those guys that make the asphalt out there, you know, mix it, what do they charge? Do they charge by the ton or?
Well, most of the contractors buy by the ton. And when they buy hot asphalt, it's by the ton.
And so that's the way they charge us is by the, when they're,
We buy by the gallon.
yeah, but you're talking about the emulsifier. I'm talking about when they show up out there and take our sand and the oil and mix it all together and make asphalt.
They charge to mix it.
Yeah.
The mixing is we pay per so much per ton.
Okay.
And it's usually it's probably gonna be $8.75 this year, so it's gone up.
$8.75?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're talking.
That seems cheap.
Well, yeah, well, they gotta heat it.
Yeah.
And so they use a lot of used motor oil. And
So are you saying 875 or $8.75?
$8.75 per ton.
That seems awful cheap by the time.
Well,
Well, we got our sand.
Wasn't
Yeah.
that long ago, we were
Rock.
doing it for $4.75.
Yeah.
Yeah. All in, all done, cost, are we? I mean. are we
Per ton,
25,
when it
20?
gets mixed up, last year we were around, and I'd have to polish my sheet back up, because I didn't look at it, was around between $55 and $60 per
That's
ton.
right.
And that's with us hauling, that's with our.
Finished.
Yeah, that's in the pile out there.
What area is scheduled to get overlaid this summer?
K-19 extension from 281 to Ike and Joe's, Hudson Road, Midwest Road, from 50 Highway down to Leesburg Road, and then Leesburg Road. And what else? Oh, East and 4th Street. And I think, so that's 8, 16, 23, 27, there's gotta be more. It's around 50 miles. Maybe the west end of Emerson. Either the west or the east end of Emerson, I can't remember which. I'm pretty sure it's the west end.
Okay.
So,
Can you figure out if we wanted to go ahead and do the same amount of miles, how much more money we'd have to come up with?
sure. I can do that.
I mean, we might want to have that as an idea for when we do our budgeting next year.
Well, okay, this is something that Kingman County does, and I actually talked to it, the auditor about it. They actually ran, and it was done by a vote, so much mills for just road materials. And I think it sunsetted, and they redid it again, and it actually passed. So it's passed twice. So that's something to think about before. You know, you got
You mean
elections
it's
coming up.
passed, currently we just don't levy any? Is that correct? I mean. am I-
Well, this is outside their regular budget,
Yes.
so
And what county is that, Kingman?
Kingman.
Kingman County passed
Okay.
it.
I thought you meant that
It
we
is-
had passed it,
No,
and
no,
we
no,
just
no.
weren't levying it.
No,
Okay.
no, we have not passed it. This is
Yeah.
something Kingman County does.
So this is a special mill levy designated for
Road
roads.
materials. Yeah, I don't know how it's, you might talk, this is something to talk with them guys about next week when we have our meeting. You can talk to them about it and see. But it's a way that the public thinks they have some input, I mean, the public has some input on it, and if they don't pass it, they don't pass it.
Yeah.
But I very seldom hear people say that they don't like to drive on good roads. And the only problem with all this stuff going up, you know as well as I do, when you've got so much money, then you have to make hard decisions, and somebody's not gonna be happy. Well, why don't you do this instead of this? Well, sometimes it's, okay, I decided this road was rougher and needed attention now.
Yeah.
So it kind of comes down to a matter of,
What's the
Just
worst one?
yeah. so. Okay, and I'll get a price on this. If it's, I will talk to you guys about it, I guess, so,
Yeah.
because I don't wanna wait too long, because I don't
No.
know. I don't know how long it'll take them to get them.
Yeah.
And I don't, because I don't think we're gonna get this one fixed, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So,
That'll work.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes of March 23rd.
Second.
A motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion
I'll
passes.
just need all the PDF.
Okay,
copy
that'd be
of that.
perfect.
So we have one gas boy that's working and one that's not, Phil?
One diesel pump that's working.
Okay, but are we talking on, this is for two pumps, so we're gonna replace them both, where they're the same?
Yes.
Okay.
They're, the two pumps are over 20 years old.
Yep.
They're mechanical pumps.
Yep.
So the piece that failed, I'm afraid it'll just, if it failed in one,
Are those a high volume pump? Do they
they're
put out?
20 gallon a minute. You know, when you're putting 80 gallon or 100 gallon in something, it's,
Yeah.
especially when it's cold outside and the snow's blowing, it's not very much fun having to pump fuel.
I think we're ready for Lorraine. How's it going?
Good. I would like to request an executive session to talk about non-elected personnel.
Hello.
10 minutes?
I make a motion that we go into executive session for 10 minutes to discuss non-elected personnel.
Second.
Including the commissioners, Lisa, Mike, and Luann.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
I make a motion, we accept the tax roll corrections.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. You guys got anything else?
Not that I know of. You got anything?
Nope.
All right, I guess we'll adjourn. Thank you, Carol.